Hi guys, this is Kimmy Yanks and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is 23rd September 2023, Saturday morning of the inaugural MotoGP of Bharat, and the time right now is about 8 am. I'm just about to hit the road with my transfer waiting out. We are 20-25 minutes behind schedule, primarily because we've had a long night and a very hectic Friday. Hopefully we should be able to reach the circuit by 9 in the morning and 9:15 in the morning, and then get on with the order of the day. The plan is to have a visit to the fan zone, and at the same time try and get as many signatures and selfies as possible with the riders who are left to get a selfie with. Hopefully I should be able to get more access and shoot a little bit more than what I did yesterday, getting my bearings right and just getting the vantage points for the race today and tomorrow. Well, today is the MotoGP sprint, something that's very new to 2023. Half the race distance, half the points, and I've spoken more about the sprint race in my beginner's guide to MotoGP, the links of which I will be leaving in the top right hand side corner as well as in the video description below. Unfortunately, my camera is still malfunctioning, the Sony RX10 Mark IV, but along the way I'll try and do some troubleshoot and see if things work out. If not, then I'm just restricted to my mobile phone and probably if one of my friends lends me their camera. So handicap for the weekend, but we have to make do with whatever we have so far. Anyways, I'll see you guys very shortly, and hope you guys enjoy whatever is shared with you today, the Saturday of the MotoGP of Bharat. Welcome to Saturday morning here at the circuit, and I'm just making my way down to the MotoGP paddock right now. That's our parking right there, and this is the entrance to the MotoGP VIP village, which is right across the parking, which is amazing. And here we have now the second entrance to the paddock. This basically has the KTM factory building right there, and we have the media center here, so you get to meet all the riders when they are finished with their sessions and they make their way back into their paddock. It's quite a grand entry, this, and yeah, not too much activity happening. Still early morning here. It's about 9:35. We already have Moto3 practice in progress. Soon enough Moto2, and then a MotoGP warm-up before Q1 and Q2. We had to take our car down and come to the other side of the circuit, which is where the fan zone is located. This is on the other side of the track, right behind the main grandstand, and now we're actually making our way into the fan zone. Hopefully we should gain access, and I'm a bit amazed at how we don't have an underpass that goes under the circuit from the paddock to the main grandstand. I'm sure there must be, I just need to discover it right now. But anyways, going into the fan zone, and let's see what is there on offer for me to show you guys. So guys, that is the main stage for the riders to come in, or the fan stage, where they will be coming in for their interviews later in the day, most probably after qualifying. And this is the Yamaha Racing Pavilion, which basically has some of the best bikes from Yamaha. So this is the Yamaha Pavilion, and you've got some of the bikes on display here.
And what are we going to cheer on the stands?
You've got some t-shirts.
What are we going to say? Yeah, fair enough.
Some more. And then you've got
something for you as well. What's your name? There you go. Where is the guys coming from?
Got some more bikes on the other side.
Wow.
And then you've got your simulator here, where people are playing the MotoGP game. Moving further on, here we've got some more pavilions. You've got the Honda Racing Team Pavilion there, the Honda Racing Corporation Pavilion there. You've got your Tissot Pavilion here, which basically has the MotoGP special edition watches. You've got Ducati there. You've got a pavilion for Ola. You've got the Aprilia pavilion there. Idemitsu is further on there. So yeah, just taking you guys quickly around all these pavilions. On the far side, we've got the KTM garage. The KTM pavilion. And we have a outlet here, store here, selling some Aprilia VR46, some Repsol stuff. There are a couple more pavilions out there. The store that I went to did not have any Repsol Honda stuff, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that probably I find something here. But so far the fan zone has been quite underwhelming. Definitely not in the league of a Formula 1 fan zone. I think it's a bit too spread out. Probably that's the reason why there's so much of walking that needs to be done to cover the entire area. And at the end of the day, there's not much on offer here. Okay, so this is actually just the food pavilion. So which actually has a food pavilion on offer. We've got another store this side, so hopefully we can try here. So unfortunately, this is all we have. The other merchandising outlet has absolutely nothing on offer. And yeah, I'm really disappointed with the fan zone here. At the Buddh International Circuit, organized for MotoGP. Very, very underwhelming. Way off the mark as compared to the other fan zones that I've been to, be it Le Mans or be it Formula 1 all across the world. So yeah, very disappointed. But it is what it is. Anyways, now I think it's best that I head back because there's nothing really on offer here. You know, the sad part was that you have to still walk across. You don't have you have to walk across, but then you end up in the VIP lounge rather than directly into the paddock, which is quite a disappointment. I'm actually taking another route from here, trying to see if I can get you guys a sneak peek into the KTM pavilion as well. But yeah, very underwhelming. Really disappointed from what I've seen so far. So guys, this is the turn 12, turn 13 viewing grandstand. This is the grandstand that we have access to as paddock guests, and it's unfortunately not a covered grandstand, and you can see it's a bit cloudy, but it is manageable for now. And you can see the penultimate turn there and the final turn there. You also have a view of the other parts of the track, the parabola. I guess that's the turn there. So yeah, the parabola is right there. It's not this side. So yeah, it is really interesting. A lot of banking, camber as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out here. This is the end of Q1. We have Q2 coming up now, and this is going to be the top 12 shootout. All these riders are absolutely world class. Number 89 for HRC, number 72 Passport Ben Secchi. भाई स्प्रिंट तो लगता है टाटा बाय बाय हो गया अपना।
तब तक तो चला जाएगा।
So guys, here we are back again at Grandstand near turns 11, 12, 13. Just finished with Moto2 qualifying, and the unfortunate news though for MotoGP is that Alex Marquez, rider number 73 on the Gresini Ducati racing team bike, is out. Unfortunately, his GP22 bike suffered from a massive high side, and that basically left him with, I guess, a couple of fractured ribs if I'm not mistaken. So he won't be able to participate in the sprint today, and it's highly unlikely that we'll see him race in the Grand Prix tomorrow either. So yeah, bad news for Alex. And you can see the riders getting the accolades from all the fans here in the grandstand. Quite an amazing view this. Since we actually had a bout of heavy rain here. It was bucketing down about an hour or so ago, and it's been collectively decided that the MotoGP riders will have a practice session apparently right before the sprint, and then we have a reduction of 3 laps in the Grand Prix and 1 lap for the sprint. So we actually have a sprint of 11 laps now, with the Grand Prix being of 21. So yeah, a bit of a downer there, but we have to go with what is important for the riders, and that is safety, which is of paramount importance on these tracks. Interestingly, you know, with the way the rain has come down, the drainage has been decent, because from what I can see, the track conditions look much better than they were previously. So yeah, hopefully we could have a flag to flag sprint for all you know. But I guess once the riders come out on their sighting laps after this practice session, they would be in a much better position to assess the conditions themselves and choose the right tire for the start of the sprint. So now we actually have a lull in between, and the sprint will start at 4:38 p.m. So the pit lane will open now shortly after.
We just got an update. Track will open at 16:50 hours. 16:50 hours. That's 4:50 p.m. 4:50 p.m. will be the time where the pit lane opens for the start of the sprint. We will be watching in the action.
So that is the announcement that the pit lane will open at 4:50 in the afternoon. So guys, that was the MotoGP sprint. Bittersweet ending for Repsol Honda. Marc Marquez recovered to P3 after having started P6. So that was a really strong showing by Marc, and that Honda seems to be performing much better here than elsewhere. Juan also was in the mix, but then he had a crash that took him out of contention while running in P4, defending from Brad Binder. Well, we have Jorge Martin, who's won the MotoGP sprint, followed by Pecco Bagnaia and then Marc Marquez. So I'm actually making my way back now to the paddock from here, from the stands. This was a different stand that where I was seated at now. This was actually the Honda Big Wing stand, the stand that's reserved for Honda's partners. So yeah, quite a good view, and time to go back now and congratulate Marc on a really productive and positive Saturday. So guys, here I am back in Delhi, and the time right now is about 9:30 in the evening. It's been quite a long day, but not really feeling tired despite all the shuttling down from the paddock till the grandstands where I was at. So we actually saw the qualifying, or rather the qualifying practice as the MotoGP riders call it, in the classic West stand 2. I think that was the KTM stand before we moved over to the Honda Big Wing stand, which was the stand right before the final turn on the Buddh International Circuit. So yeah, it was quite an eventful day, a lot of running around. It rained as well, which was quite a surprise considering the heat and the humidity. It was a welcome change, but of course that delayed matters on the track. Of course, added an extra practice session for the MotoGP riders to explore, because they've never done any running whatsoever before this at the circuit itself on a wet setup. So yeah, it was quite interesting. Raul Fernandez and Alex Marquez were the two riders that made it into Q2 from Q1, but unfortunately Alex had a massive high side at turn 5, which basically fractured 3 of his ribs, and he now is not only out of the Indian Grand Prix but also faces a race against time to get fit for the Japanese Grand Prix in Motegi next week. So wishing him a speedy recovery. I know it must be really tough and hard for him to not be amongst the others racing wheel to wheel. Well, in the sprint itself, it wasn't a pleasant sight for the VR46 Mooney riders, with Marco Bezzecchi coming together with Luca Marini. Unfortunately, Luca Marini has fractured his collarbone and has flown back to Italy for a further assessment, as well as probably a procedure to get fit, which seems highly unlikely for Motegi, but you can never say never. Great ride by Jorge Martin on his Prima Pramac Ducati, was flawless the moment he got the lead at the start of the race and was able to just build a gap to the rest of the field. Pecco Bagnaia, consistent as ever, finishing in P2, doing what he does best, and Marc Marquez grabbing the final spot on the sprint podium today, which was an exceptional result, a very positive result for the Repsol Honda team. Of course, I'm happy about it because he was able to manage the gap and keep Brad Binder away on that KTM, Brad was putting a lot of pressure not just on Marc but also on Van Meer, who unfortunately had a tumble and was out of the race while running in P4. So feel gutted for that, but yes, overall a great day for us, and yeah, just just my experience in the paddock itself, meeting riders not just from MotoGP but also from the lower series like Homa Masia. It was really good, and got a lot of signatures as well, which of course makes it an even more productive day. A special mention goes out to all the MotoGP riders. Just their welcoming spirit, as well as their graciousness towards the fans. It's not easy, after having such a taxing sprint race, or for that matter even a session in this heat, in this humidity. The physical demands on their bodies once they are back from a session, it's amazing, to see these riders being patient enough with their fans, obliging them with autographs and photographs, and yeah, like today, especially, with like Miguel Oliveira. I was actually searching for a sprint, and Miguel was kind enough to realize that I was wanting an autograph from him, so he actually waited until I got the right printout, and was able to get a signature of him. Even Mark, for that matter, Mark was in the Repsol Honda hospitality, having a piece of bread actually, and I walked up to him. I didn't really want to disturb him, but he was kind enough to allow us to proceed ahead and got us the signatures that we had requested for. So top attitude by all these riders. Big shout out to each and every one of them for obliging fans from every nook and corner of not just the paddock but also the marshals themselves. It's very special, when as a fan, when you get treated well by the riders whom you adore and whom you look up to, because I think that kind of sets the precedent for how a sport should be. A sport is nothing without its fans, and MotoGP has done really well in inculcating that kind of culture amongst the competitors, with the fans, of course. Anyways, I need to grab a bite, get freshened up, and then head to bed before tomorrow hits, because tomorrow is a big day. You've got the Moto3 race, you've got the Moto2 race, you've got the MotoGP Grand Prix, the main event, the showstopper. 21 laps, because they have reduced the race length by 3 laps. I'm not sure, probably they might revert back to the 24 laps duration, but I'm not sure yet. But anyways, excited about what will transpire tomorrow. Hopefully we can have another Repsol Honda podium. A double podium will be brilliant, but I know everybody's trying to keep a calm demeanor about themselves and not bump up their chances, or not go into too much of overconfidence. You have to stay grounded when it comes to such things. Anyways, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I will be leaving the links to my other social media handles in the description below, so if you guys want to connect with me there, please do so. I will also be leaving the link to the Friday experience and the Sunday experience in the top right hand side corner. Of course, the Sunday experience is yet to happen, but I will be leaving the links in the top right hand side corner, so if you guys want to connect or want to visit the page or the or the video there and live the experience again with me, please do so. Thank you all. Take care, guys. Stay safe and enjoy your weekend.